It's your butt. Oh, I just came on. I was waiting for Feisty to, just confirm that she knew what was going on. And it's crazy how information flies. Well, Feisty is high motion right now. She did go live. She ended. She is going to go. She said she's going to go live tonight. So I just want to address, the money part. Gabi did withdraw. You heard Feisty said there's still business to take care of. And there sure is. This protective order, one part of the big picture. And there's work to be done. Having said that, let me remind everybody that we only collected for $2,500, half of her attorney's fee, which I don't know if that is. I'm guessing that is not refundable. I'm guessing that she probably has already spent just all of the planning work that she's been doing prior to the hearing. She's been in contact with him a lot. She is, like I said, there's still business to take care of. And Feisty is going to take care of the business. So if you feel very strongly that she's not, you can message me and ask for your money back. I wanted to, and I put the receipts up. We didn't pay for we didn't pay for the gas, we didn't pay for lodging, we didn't pay for any of that. We paid for half of the attorney's fees, and someone else covered the rest. So if you feel strongly that you were only paying for the hearing on October 8th, you can message me. But I promise you, there's more to come. There's more to come. This isn't a game. This isn't immature little girls talking about spending money on the attorney. I don't know. She's handling the money. No, she's handling the money. Ask her for this. Ask that for that. I don't know what's going on with the attorney. It's all bullshit. It's all a game. But there is a bigger picture beyond the restraining order. And I'm not going to speak to that. It's up to Feisty and her strategy. She did say she's going to go live tonight, so I'm not sure. What I think about Gabi, I'll remind you, my prediction was that she was going to pull this restraining order. Because she was going to, Summer, you're right. She doesn't want the truth out. She's got a family court judge that is on her case presiding over this protective order hearing. The truth is, Mike is the only one at this point, I think, that actually can solidify the facts of the case. But I expected Gabi to pull it. At first I was thinking she was going to wait to just really fuck with them. But I think now that that is a shitty thing to do. And so I think that she pulled it now. Whether she actually has an attorney, whether she faked an attorney's appearance, I don't know. I don't know what, I have to agree with PPP. She said that she doesn't think an attorney would advise on withdrawing this. It's a relatively small thing, make a couple grand doing. But if you've listened closely, Kaylee and Gabi have both said a protective order and a civil lawsuit. That's what they were collecting for. And the civil lawsuit is a much bigger deal. It's also going to cost a lot more with an attorney. And they could, presumably they think they could get some money for defamation and slander. And they have a really fundamental failure to understand what slander and defamation but there's more work in the bigger picture to be done in Florida. So find out, can you just confirm in the chat? I know you were, I was told that you were live, and confirm that you're still going. What's with my glasses? I don't have anything in front of me. I believe she's going for the lawsuit. Yeah, it's just the ring light reflection. So that is my prediction. And if you want my completely honest prediction, I think that the money collected is probably going to rent. And then when her book money comes in, she can replace that for an attorney. That's just my opinion on the timing of all this. My opinion. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the attorney, if she actually hired, if she made some kind of deal to enter an appearance and then withdraw it. Who the hell knows? I know that Gabi is very calculated, and her team is as well, and they think that they're smarter than everyone else, but they're really not. They're really not. I said if Gabi dropped it, I would refund. I said, I believe exactly, I would refund whatever money had not been spent up until that point. So if they went to Florida and it was dropped, that's what I said. I said I would drop. I would take the lead in refunding any money that wasn't spent. Yeah. And I just said, reach out to me. Send me a message of your transaction. And I'll make arrangements. I don't think Gabi is, I do think she's smart enough to know that if she flees, there's a criminal issue. There's a criminal issue with that. And I understand that, right now people may have questions. I had hoped that because, at least for Feisty, we only fundraised half of the attorney fee and nothing else. Everybody, a reasonable person would know that legal fees started, she had to pay legal fees as soon as she started talking to him. Let's ignore Sailor Steve, because just like a lot of people, it's not worth our breath. It's not worth our breath. Feisty is going to be live tonight, yes. I don't know what Kaylee, I'm not going to speak to what she has been implicated in. I just feel confident that Feisty's attorney is going to get to the bottom of everything that is not on the up and up. But I don't know. I know that they definitely owe people an explanation right now. They owe people an explanation of what has been spent so far on an attorney, allegedly, and what their intent is. I will say that, or I will repeat that they both said at some point that it was not just for the restraining order, but it was also for a civil suit. So I'm telling you, my opinion, it's just my opinion, withdrawing from this protective order, they would have to refund if that was what they were only what they were collecting for. Now, they talked a lot about it. It obviously was the first expense. They said they were going to do this first and then a civil lawsuit. I don't know. I don't know legally what they're responsible for. I just know ethically they owe the people who donated an explanation. But they haven't been willing to be transparent, so who knows? Gabi, just a recap is Gabi withdrew her request for a protective order against Feisty. The hearing that was set for next Wednesday that we fundraised for some of their expenses. I'm saying still stands. Find out and Feisty have both confirmed they're not done. That hearing isn't the only business that they have in Florida. I'm not sure. Feisty was on her TikTok. There's time we can get word out on which platform she's going to be on, but that's all that I have permission. Yes, that means the hearing is canceled. The case that it's dismissed, withdrawn, and dismissed. Feisty will be live tonight. I just want to get on here and address the money and also tell you that in terms of going to Florida, it's more than just the October 8th hearing for both of them. And I understand Villain made a video too. So while Gabi can withdraw the restraining order petition against Feisty, that's not the whole picture. That's not the whole picture. The money with Feisty, we raised $2,500 of five. Actually, he gave her a $500 discount. So his fee was $5,000. He knocked off $500 because he's familiar with Gabi. He said he didn't have to do all the homework, knows about her. So he dropped his fee to $2,500 or $4,500. We raised $2,500. Feisty got a large donation from one or more people I don't even know for the rest of the legal fee and other expenses. So I'm saying, I don't know how much Kaylee, like their numbers were changing all the time. I have no idea. I feel confident saying that Feisty has probably already spent $2,500 in legal fees. However, if you are unsatisfied with this turn of events right now and you don't wish to wait until Feisty speaks a little bit more, and I don't know how much she is going to speak. At this point, she needs to be strategic in her communications. If you are unhappy, send me a message. Yes, I understand the flights are not refundable, all of that. But we didn't fundraise. I didn't fundraise for airline fees for Find Out. I suppose, from my perspective, if I donated to a cause and I wasn't privy to all the information, I would understand that I have to be patient, that what I donated it for might not, it might not occur on the October 8th hearing, but I would want to wait and see what else happens out of that. So I feel confident saying they're not taking the trip for vacation. They're not taking the trip for vacation. They're going down there to take care of business. And at this point, it's strategic in what they will communicate. So, again, if you're unsatisfied right now, you can send me a message, but I would encourage everyone to just be patient, learn a little bit more. I know Feisty wasn't on long, but she was emotional. She was charged up. And I think we can read that body language as she's not dropping the effort. So we all need to get the pain and suffering. How about it? Recap. I'm not going to open boxes. I promised I wouldn't open boxes for discussion, that I would just come on. And so I'm going to do a recap, and then I'm going to go about my day. So Gabi withdrew the petition for a protective order against Feisty, which was set to be heard in front of a judge on October 8th in Florida. Just as of yesterday, Gabi's attorney entered a petition to represent her. Today, did anybody notice on the petition, was her counsel's name on there, or just Gabi herself withdrew it? I think it was just Gabi herself. So I don't know what's true at that point. That's on them. They raised money for her attorney. If she didn't hire one, it's on her. Just Gabi. So today, Gabi withdrew the petition for the protective order against Feisty. what I have said regarding that earlier is that both for the protective order. This is just my thought on, do they need to refund the money immediately? I don't know what the legal answer to that is. I'm just saying they both spoke about a civil suit, and I really felt like that was their intention all along. The civil suit, getting a restraining order was just a dig. That they could use, as supporting evidence in a lawsuit. But she dropped it. So what they are legally responsible for right now in terms of people that donated, and did they donate under false pretenses? I don't know that. I think ethically and morally they owe people an explanation. And, that's on them. I think that, this is my personal opinion from the timing, I've always felt that she was raising money for her financial dilemma. They've lost income tremendously. And and obviously your housing has to be stable if you're trying to get your child back. But I felt that was her immediate priority. And then, I think she's got the book money coming and she can pay back. This is just my speculation. I just think the timing of it is also, and again, whether that is illegal or not, I don't know. I don't know what the statute, how it's worded specifically on theft by deception or anything like that. But I do know that there was always intent beyond just the protective order for Feisty. So I guess we'll see what happens there. What we know here on the right side of things is that Feisty and Find Out are still pursuing matters in Florida. They're not going on vacation. They're still pursuing matters. I'm going to let them, if they choose to speak on it. And I came on to address the funds. We raised $2,500 in half of Feisty's legal fee. We raised lodging and meal travel expenses for Find Out. If you feel compelled that you were fooled into only supporting them if they were going to an October 8th hearing, you can message me. If you want a refund. But they both have confirmed that there are other matters to be taken care of. And when you play stupid games, you're going to have to live with the consequences. And I'm not going to speculate exactly, and I don't know what they're both pursuing. But I'm